Hi Capricorn, Trishna here. Welcome to your August 2019 reading. Before we get into the reading, I want to let you know that if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, I'm going to have a video out at the end of this week that will explain a little bit more about how that process works. So if you're interested in that, keep an eye out. So getting into your August 2019 reading, what I'm feeling for you is I feel like you're in a really good, positive, excited, happy place. And the reason why is I think that you found your calling, which is awesome because that has been the question for this year. It's been the question for a little while. It's been the question for a few of the zodiac signs. So congratulations, that's awesome. I feel like leading up into this month, you have been puzzling things out a little bit, but not in like a confused, puzzled way. It's almost like, oh, I like this, and I like this, and I like this, and if I combine them, they could all become this. And this would be amazing. And so you found your calling. You found the pieces and how they fit together and how they would be fun for you. And that's really the big component that you've been needing is how is this fun for me? Where is the magic of me? How do I include me in this whole thing? How do I make this something that is enjoyable and not just completely structured? The other thing that I'm being called to tell you is that there is money in pretty much anything. Like if you think about recessions, there are always people who still thrive during recessions. If you think about pet rocks, I don't know if you remember that, but people used to buy pet rocks. I mean, anybody who wanted a pet rock could honestly just go pick up a rock off the side of a stream or on the road and put eyes and dress it up and make it their own pet rock if they wanted to. But no, this guy created pet rocks and he made tons of money off of it. So there is money in absolutely anything and everything, basically. And that's something for you to keep in mind is you found your calling. Trust in it, believe in it, it feels good to you, and there's a reason for that. So don't think too much about how is this going to become something, how is this going to offer me a living that I can actually live off of. Don't think about those things just yet because there is money in absolutely anything and everything, and there is a way, basically. And you do have an audience for whatever it is that you want to do, if this is business or career related. Again, this is a general reading, so apply this to however it fits for you, but there's always an audience there for you. There's always people who will resonate with what you have to offer, especially if it's a calling or a purpose, because what good would there be to have a purpose to help others where nobody wanted that help? Like nobody would be called to do that. You're called to it for reasons. So if you're feeling good about it, if you're excited about it, if it feels like your calling, it probably is. Okay, so going into August, what I'm feeling for you is I'm feeling two things. So I feel like on one level, there will be this mental side of you that will be really positive. You'll be in a really good mindset. You'll be thinking really good thoughts. You'll be like, yeah, I can do this. This is awesome. This is going to work out. So for the first 2 weeks, I see that being the case. But at the same time, I feel this undertone that it's almost like this is a time, this is your test. Or I feel like there's this other side of you who like maybe deep down doubts that this is going to work out for you, doubts that this is your calling, doubts that this is going to be a success. And it's interesting because even though you have these internal doubts, it's like your internal voice. There's like an internal voice of you that has a lot of negative thoughts and a lot of negative thought patterns that's going to surface up that, you know, is really going to test your ability to stay committed to your calling. It's going to test your ability to persevere. It's going to test your commitment to the universe that you're ready to do this and that you're ready to have the success that this can bring, because you need to show that you're in this. And I don't really like to use the word test when it comes to the universe because I don't think that's actually how things work. Like I feel like a lot of times we feel like we're being tested, but then when we look back, we realize that it was just a way for us to learn how to love ourselves more and learn that we are loved. So looking back, it's more of a self-love, divine love kind of outlook, but in the moment, I feel like it's very productive to feel like you are being challenged, you are being tested, and you have what it takes to achieve it. You just have to stick with it. I feel like sometimes that can be a lot more productive, a lot more motivational for us. So I'm just getting to share that this is kind of your test. And it's really interesting, like I was saying before, because even though you have these negative thoughts, I feel like you're getting results. Like I feel like you found your calling, you're telling yourself things are going well, you're trying to have this positive mindset, and things are showing that they are going well. You're getting the results that indicate that you're getting the results that you want. And yet you have another side of you, this negative self-talk, these little voices in your head of doubt trying to deter you, and you're having to pass this test. So, really, as you have these negative thoughts, one, understand that they're not your thoughts. I feel like they're not your thoughts that are making you doubt yourself. I feel like maybe there's somebody in your life who has made you think you're not worthy of success, or maybe they don't believe in you. And so when you are maybe around this person, even though you may be excited when you're by yourself, when you're around this person, you think how they would think. And you hesitate being excited because it's like you take on their thoughts and you take on their doubt in you. But you have to remember that whatever their thoughts are have nothing to do with you, even though they may share it with you and make it seem like it's you and be like, oh, you'll never get that, or you didn't really deserve that, or you only got that because of X, Y, and Z. It had nothing to do with you and your skill and your talent and your hard work. Even though they maybe make you doubt yourself and make you think that this negativity is about you, it's not actually. It's really about them and where they are and in their particular journey in life. And you really should take everything that they say with a grain of salt, because they have a lot of things that they need to work on. They need a lot of work that they need to do on themselves. And they are making their issues they're infecting you with their thoughts, and you should just negate them. Every time they have a doubt, just in your head, just be like, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's not true. I don't believe that. I know I'm better than that. Just negate. Every time they have a thought, just negate it. And I think that will help you separate what is their energy and their thoughts from what is yours and what is true, because you are getting the results. That's the thing, is like, you're getting the results. You have your own positive mindset when you're not with this person. And it's like, all of a sudden when you're around this person, even if you don't talk about this topic, you know what they're thinking. You know it because they've expressed it to you before, or you can see it in their body language, and then that makes you doubt yourself, even though it's their doubt, and that's just them. So anytime you feel these negative thoughts, know that they're not coming from you, because why would you think that way? You have your calling, you're getting the results, you've been working on your mindset. None of this negativity is you. It's not you. It's an outside force coming in. So anytime this outside force, this negativity comes in, negate it. Just in your head, just say, that's not true. Or I believe in myself more than that. Or I know better than that. Or, that's their energy, not mine. And just do that. And then when you're by yourself, focus on the positivity and all the work that you're doing, because you're getting the results. So don't let somebody else's issues impact your ability for success. So I guess that's your test, is having to deal with that and having to trust yourself and your belief in yourself and your knowing of who you are, what you have to offer, and the amount of effort and work that you put in. Because I think sometimes we can make our hard work look really easy, just because hard work is just something that we do, right? It's just something that there's a job to do, we just do the job. And it seems easy to everybody else, and sometimes people think that you don't deserve the success that you have achieved because you make it look easy, so they don't understand that there was actually effort involved. So yeah, that's your test, is you have the results, you know your calling, you're feeling good, you're keeping a positive mindset, keep that up, don't let outside influences affect you. It's going to seem like it's coming from you. It's going to seem like your own negative self-talk, but it's not. If you really pay attention to it, I think you'll see that it's not. I think you'll know, like, oh yeah, like that didn't come from me. I didn't think that way about myself until I met this person, or until this person said this one thing to me. So like, you'll realize that it comes from outside of you. And then just focus on negating it whenever you're around that person, and focus on yourself and your positivity whenever you're by yourself. So if this reading is resonating with you, and if you found your calling and you're getting your results, I feel like you are destined for success. Your success is inevitable, whether or not other people believe in you or not, or whether or not people say positive things to you or negative things to you, whether they try to plant seeds of doubt. I think regardless, I feel like your success is inevitable. But this outside influence, or these outside influences, they can slow your journey down, and they can make your journey more difficult if you give in and if you listen to them. And I think that if you do give in and listen to them, when you look back, even though you'll be successful, or maybe you'll be on your road to success, and you look back, you'll wonder, why didn't I trust myself? Why did I trust other people who were putting me down over my own self? Like, why did I do that? Why didn't I believe in myself enough? And I think you don't want to look back and have to ask yourself those questions. Now, if you get to that point and you do look back, that's okay, because it will be a moment of growth and transformation for you. But I think you'll be a lot happier if you ask yourself those questions now, so that you don't put more weight on what somebody else thinks of you and believes of you than in the weight you put in yourself. Because the only person who knows of your talents and skills and capabilities, the only person who knows that is you. Everybody else just sees a certain version of you, a certain side of you, a certain aspect of you, and then they filter that into their mindset, their frame of mind of what they want to believe about the world and other people. So, so first of all, they're not even getting the full picture of you. Nobody ever gets a full picture of you. Only you do. And, that's a journey of self-discovery. But then on top of that, even if you did show them all of you, they filter it. They filter that information into what makes them feel better about themselves, what makes them feel good about themselves. If they, don't feel very good about themselves, they'll want to see all the negative aspects of you so that they can feel better. Oh, well, this person thinks, they might say to you, oh, well, this person thinks that they can achieve all this stuff, but I know better. I know they'll never become anything. And that makes them feel better about themselves because they feel like they haven't become anything. So, we really can't put stock in anybody else's opinion but our own. It's good to get feedback, but always make what feels right in your heart and true to yourself ring the loudest. Sometimes feedback will come in and we'll know that, that is true. That is true what they're saying about me. But sometimes, like right now, information will come in and we'll be like, no, that's a third-party information. It's a third-party influence. It has nothing to do with my energy. It's not at all a part of me. It's them. So, yeah, there's something for you to keep in mind is you don't want to look back and wonder why you didn't trust yourself or why you believed someone else over your own self. You need to be on your side. Your side. Right now, you're on somebody else's side, or you're about to let them settle. And I feel like when I say that, I'm being a little more dramatic. Like I feel like they're going to influence you, but at the same time, like you're going to try to hold really strong to yourself. So they're not like, they are going to influence you. They're going to slow you down. If you don't pay attention to this, if you don't try to negate this, if you don't identify that these thoughts are somebody else's, it will slow you down. But like I was saying, your success is inevitable because you do have a lot of love for yourself, and you will never fully let somebody take away your confidence, take away your belief in yourself. But they will kind of nitpick at it if you're not careful. So yeah, just something to keep in mind is like, your success is inevitable. Don't let somebody slow it down for you. Don't let somebody make it harder for you. You're getting the results, you have your calling, you're feeling good. Just keep doing the work that you're doing right now. I know this video is getting long, but I am feeling called to share something that I've been thinking a lot about recently. And that is that when you really feel called to something, I feel like the less people believe in you, the more you need to go and achieve that calling. Like, I feel like the less people believe in you, the more of a sign it is that you're actually on the right path. Because I think you've probably heard the saying that it's really lonely at the top, and the journey to success is lonely. You have to travel it alone in some ways. And I think that really ties in because there's a lot of really successful people, celebrities, politicians, humanitarians, speakers, authors. There's a lot of really successful people who, before they became successful, had all the doubt. Not in themselves, but like, or maybe in themselves, but nobody believed in them. They got rejected multiple times, and yet they persevered. They didn't really have a lot. I mean, I think we all have people in our court, but I think, probably the majority of the world didn't really believe in them. And so, in a lot of ways, they were traveling alone on this journey to success, but they stuck with it and they made it. They made it to success. And I feel like that applies to you in that, yeah, it's just the more people that doubt you, I think the more potential for achievement you have. I feel like it's almost a sign. It's like that test of, do you believe in yourself enough? Because me, the universe, I'm throwing lots of doubt your way, and I want to see, do you believe in yourself enough? Because the moment you believe in yourself enough, that's when you get everything. So I'm feeling called to share that with you. I hope that helps. The guidance that I'm feeling for you for this month is to find a way to be at peace. I think that will also help with the negative thoughts. So if you haven't been meditating lately, I think you should start meditating a little bit. If you haven't been doing any kind of intention work, I feel like you should be doing some intention work, whether it's visualization or, whatever really gets you to focus on what it is that you want and to think positively, and just spend some time every day doing that. And I think that that will help make your voices in your mind louder and negative voices outside of you quieter. And it will just add a lot of fuel and power to what you're doing right now. And I think, it'll give you that peace, because I think you'll believe in yourself so much that when somebody else doesn't believe in themselves or somebody else doesn't believe in you, you have compassion for them, and you just understand that they're just not in the best of moods or like in the right mentality at this point in time. And it's not that they're trying to be malicious. They may be, but you'll be in such a state of peace that you'll be like, it's not that they're trying to be malicious, it's just where they are on their path right now. And like, I just need to focus on where I am on my path right now. And, maybe my success can inspire this person or these other people to achieve their own success. And wouldn't that be great? And so I think you'll have this natural peace of like, I'm positive and I know that I can help others through my success. I feel like it's just a nice, very calm way about going through your life and achieving what you need to achieve. So I know this video is getting long. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful. I hope it earned your like and your subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.